Today I'd like to tell you why we left Argentina and to give you some background information. I'm German, my husband is German, and my son is also German, and we've been moving abroad for a lot right now. So we left Germany in 2021, we moved to Norway, we've been to Dubai, but actually we wanted to find a place with nature, a free place where we could just live happy and simple life in the end. And we thought Argentina is the right place. Especially YouTube was one of the reasons why we went there, because you see a lot of YouTube videos recommending Argentina right now, with everything that's going on with Milei, with all those people that are kind of selling passports and recommending South America in general, and that's the greatest place to live, and so on and so on. And we really got disappointed. And I won't just be polite in this video. I prefer to be honest and give you an honest review. Even if it's rude to maybe one or two of you, then just skip the video here, please, because I really want to be honest with you, and that's actually in my German culture, to be honest, and even rude sometimes, if that's like being honest, then I'm just gonna be honest with you. So we left Argentina actually because of the people there. If you see videos of people recommending South America in general, a lot of people just say, oh my gosh, I love the people there. They are so open and so friendly, and you can make friends there so easily, blah blah blah. That's completely bullshit, if you ask me, because they are just your friends because they want your money. They want to gain something from you. They just want to squeeze you out like a wet towel and then just toss you away when they squeeze you out. That's the point. That's how it is. And we just got scammed so many times there. Like, there was just one person, only one, and we met a lot of people there. There was just one person that was kind of honest, and he lived for 20 years in Germany, so he was kind of westernized. And the other ones, like everybody tried to gain something from us without giving anything, or not giving enough. You know, it's like if you go to a country where it's capitalism, such as US, or right now we are in Dubai, it's, of course, everybody wants to earn money, and that's completely fine if you offer something for it. If you want to offer some kind of service, or you want to offer a product, and you tell the price, and then we can accept it, or you just don't do it. But it's scam if you offer a price, you accept it, and then when you want to register the car in the office, in the government office, suddenly the price increased. And it's like, oh really? No, I said this price from the start. And that's something that happened all the time, that people just didn't keep to their promises. In the end, they wanted to get even more and more and more, and it was never discussed beforehand. And wherever you want to buy something, wherever you want to get a service, you always need to be so careful to not get scammed, and you are kind of aware all the time. You feel like in danger all the time because of that. That's not peaceful living, not at all. And that's something we really couldn't bear. So that's one point why we left, but that's not everything. One more point that really bothered us was stupid stray dogs. It's not even stray dogs. The dogs belong to someone. It's like in Argentina, people just get dogs, then they don't put them on a leash, they don't put them on a collar, they just leave them and let them stray around everywhere. I doubt they even feed them. Maybe some do, but mostly people don't feed their dogs, but it's still theirs. So they protect the house. They are pretty aggressive. Even if people say they are not, they are. And it's not just something I experienced where I live in the area of Cordoba. It's everywhere. We traveled around. We've been to Mendoza, to Buenos Aires, and there are stray dogs. Everywhere where there are people, there are stray dogs that belong to someone. And they were even in our garden. And in the end, we started feeding one of these dogs, Doberman, just to protect our space, so the other dogs won't come, because he was kind of friendly and he wouldn't harm my son. And I was so scared that my son gets bitten. Like, I was never scared of dogs. I even had a dog on my own when I was younger, and I was never scared even of big dogs. But since I was in Argentina, I started to be scared of dogs because they were so hostile. And that was really bothering. We had a nice little village not far from our home, but we could never walk there because there were so many dangerous dogs on our way that we would just imprison in our house, in our garden. And we couldn't go for walks with our son, and that's why we came there. We came there to be out in the nature, but everything was full of dogs. Of course not of cats, because no cat would survive in this environment. And that was so bothering. And people are treating these animals, the dogs, the horses, they have those animals, and they are treating them so bad. Like, the dogs are sick, they have diseases, they have infections in their eyes and everything. And nobody's like, this one dog, he was full of fleas that his whole fur was coming off. And like, nobody literally cares. Even if it's theirs, it's not even really stray dogs. And I don't get it. It was sad and bothering at the same time. And the worst part about Argentina and South America in general, like, if you ask me as a European, for me South America is all the same shit. Even if you see it differently, I don't like. If you give 1 or 2 kisses on the cheeks, that's not a big culture difference. Or if you are a bit quieter and a bit more reserved than the other country, like, I don't know, like Argentina and Chile, they say, Chilean people are so different. They are more reserved. No, actually they are not. Compared to somebody in Norway or in Europe, then you know what reserved means. You know, that's, for me, it's everything the same. We traveled around to Brazil, to Chile, and they all have the same problems, if you ask me. And yeah, the worst thing was when you went to the authorities. If you had to get your visa done or to register a car or anything, it's like, it doesn't matter what some Millet or some president, some government, what they decide. If this office fart person in the authorities' office, if he doesn't know about the new law, then the new law just doesn't exist. That's how it is. And even if you take a lawyer with you, that's what we did, he's not going there to say hey, that's the law. He's going there to say, please look at them. They have an autistic son and they really need this visa. Could you please do the visa for them? And there are literally 200 people just waiting and sitting there every day, and they are just doing nothing just to show their power. And I don't know, that's like a mentality. I just can't live with that. I thought maybe I knew that there might be a bit of corruption, but I didn't imagine it that way. That people at the authorities, they just don't care what's going up in politics. They just do their own business, and they do it how they think it's right. And if you think it's not right, okay, go to court, and going to court takes years. So there's nothing you can do. If you are getting on a bad side with some guy or woman in the office close by, then good luck. There's nothing you can do. And it was just so overwhelming to feel so dependent on some employees in these offices. You can't really depend on the laws. So and that's just not understandable for somebody who's from Europe and who and even here in Dubai we have laws here, and that if there's a law, then there is a law. Yeah, and that's not how it works in Argentina. And yeah, that's also why we left. I think it would have worked out in the end, but it was just so... We didn't come there to get more problems than we already had. We wanted to have a peaceful life in the nature, and that's not a peaceful life in the nature if you have problems wandering around over your head just because some people think they are stronger than you. And yeah, also like it's like kind of, there's like kind of this mafiosi structure, because like every area has their I would say has their don, like their master, who's like controlling the area. Like he's controlling the police, even the courts, kind of. He has connections everywhere. It's usually a whole family, and if you're getting on the bad side with them, and unfortunately that was our landlord, then you can't just leave, because you have to like really escape in the end. Well, that's what we did. Because in the end we were just scared that they even might kidnap our son just to make us buy their stupid house that we didn't want to buy. And we just felt unsafe from the people, unsafe from the dogs, unsafe from the governments, unsafe from the laws that we couldn't depend on. And I don't know, even if they opened the market, like I just wanted to get a stupid rain jacket for my son, because it was raining like crazy, and I was driving a whole day through whole Cordoba, and I just brought the first rain jacket I could find, and I spent a whole day to do that, because nowhere was a rain jacket to be found. Like they have literally nothing there. They opened the market that you can like order from Amazon US up to $500. Wow. And they celebrate it like I don't know, something great, and then you have to wait for it for a month, even if, and sometimes it doesn't even get delivered because the post is like, the delivery is crazy. And they are just so far behind that even if they grow fast, if you grow from zero and you grow 8% from zero, then you are at 8, not at 80 or 90. So what are you comparing yourself with? Yeah, and like everything is just so trashy still there. And on social media, here on YouTube, they just sell it as like something great, that Argentina is the rising star in the economy. No, it's not. It's definitely not. If you live there, everyday life, it's pretty crappy, sorry to be that honest. But right now, I'm really sure I never wanted to go to South America again, not even for a vacation, because I'm completely done with this culture. It's not my culture. I like to be honest. I like to be clear, and that's what I expect from others. Like if I'm making an agreement with someone, I'm sticking to it. I'm not making up my mind and just wanting something else in the end or more. Like and this taking advantage of others and being so so not honest, that's something that I really can't live with. So yeah, that's why we're searching for another place to live. We are in Dubai back again, but this is not the place where I want my son to grow up, actually, because yeah, it's nice, it's convenient, but it's a big city and we miss the nature. So let's see where life is gonna bring us to. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna find a nice place.